The old western town of Dusty Hollow lay nestled between rugged hills and sprawling plains. Dust swirled through the streets like whispers of ghostly tales, echoing the stories of a bygone era. At the heart of the town stood the renowned Silver Spur Saloon, its wooden sign swinging creakily in the evening breeze. Locals spoke in hushed tones about the saloon, claiming it held secrets that could make or break a man. The building itself was aged and weathered, with creaky floorboards and dimly lit corners that invited mystery. Those who dared enter found a mix of laughter and tension, as eager gamblers exchanged glances over poker tables, while rough cowhands regaled tales of adventure. Yet there was an undercurrent of unease woven into the lively atmosphere, a secret pulse that drew Jake, a young cowboy with a thirst for excitement, closer to its depths. Legends hinted at hidden treasures and old grudges lingering within those walls, fueling rumors that kept patrons returning night after night. Many left with more questions than answers, their curiosity only growing stronger. The town seemed to hold its breath whenever tales were told, for what lay beneath the saloon's surface was shrouded in shadow. As twilight settled over Dusty Hollow, Jake felt an urging pull toward the Silver Spur. The thrill of discovery beckoned him. He could already sense that tonight would be different. Little did he know how true those feelings would soon become as darkness fell and secrets began to unravel. Jake was not your average cowboy. His spirit burned with a fierce curiosity that set him apart from the others in Dusty Hollow. With tousled brown hair and a determined glint in his blue eyes, he wore a well-worn hat that had seen many adventures. Unlike his friends, who were content to spend their evenings at the poker tables or boasting about their latest cattle drives, Jake dreamed of uncovering secrets that lay hidden beneath the surface of the town. As he approached the Silver Spur Saloon, he recalled the stories he had heard around the campfire, the legends of buried treasure and long-forgotten feuds that seemed to swirl around the saloon like the dust in the streets. Each tale painted a picture of danger and excitement, igniting a fire within him to seek out the truth. Jake yearned for an adventure that would make his mark on history, something more than just another day in Dusty Hollow. With every step toward the saloon, his heart raced at the thought of what he might discover. Would he find clues to the hidden treasure? Or perhaps learn about the town's dark past? As he pushed open the creaky doors, welcoming a wave of warmth and noise, Jake felt a rush of determination. Tonight was not just any night. It was a chance for him to uncover secrets that could change everything. Not only for himself but for Dusty Hollow as well. The night arrived with a fierce storm, dark clouds swirling ominously above Dusty Hollow. Thunder rumbled like a distant herd of stampeding cattle, and the wind howled through the streets, sending dust spiraling into the air. Jake tightened his grip on the brim of his hat, his heart pounding with anticipation and a hint of unease as he made his way toward the Silver Spur Saloon. The flickering lights inside cast eerie shadows that danced against the walls, while whispers echoed like secrets begging to be uncovered. As he stepped inside, the warm air wrapped around him like an old friend, but the atmosphere was thick with tension. Patrons huddled in their chairs, their faces partially illuminated by candlelight, each engaged in hushed conversations. Jake felt their eyes darting toward him, curiosity mixed with caution. The barmaid paused in her duties, eyeing him with an expression that suggested she knew more than she let on. With every creak of the floorboards beneath his boots, he could feel the weight of all those stories surrounding him, the lost treasures and grudges buried within these walls. Rain pounded against the windows like a relentless drummer, adding to the growing sense of urgency in Jake's chest. This was not just another night. It was a moment where fate hung in balance. With determination ignited, Jake took a deep breath and approached the nearest table, ready to dive into the tangled web of secrets waiting for him in the dimly lit saloon. As Jake scanned the bustling saloon, a shadowy figure caught his eye. Seated in a dimly lit corner, the man wore a weathered duster that obscured his face, save for a strong jawline and piercing eyes that seemed to shimmer with hidden knowledge. The flickering candlelight cast an air of mystery around him, making it difficult to discern whether he was friend or foe. The stranger sat alone, nursing a drink while observing the room with an intensity that made Jake's skin prickle. It was as if he were waiting for something or someone. Jake's curiosity deepened, There was something about this man that felt significant, as though he held the key to the secrets Jake had come seeking. Jake approached the bar, ordering a whiskey, all the while sneaking glances at the mysterious figure. He could see other patrons whispering about him, their eyes darting nervously in his direction. Was this man connected to the legends of treasure? Did he know something about the dark past of Dusty Hollow? The questions swirled in Jake's mind like the dust outside. With a deep breath, fueled by determination, Jake decided he had to learn more about this stranger. He took a step toward the shadowy corner, ready to confront him and uncover whatever secrets lay beneath that enigmatic exterior. Little did he know, this encounter would change everything for him and lead him deeper into the heart of Dusty Hollow's mysteries. Just as Jake gathered the courage to approach the shadowy figure, a thunderous gunshot erupted from somewhere within the saloon. The sound ricocheted off the wooden walls, startling everyone and sending a wave of panic through the room. Glasses rattled on tables, and patrons ducked instinctively, seeking cover beneath tables and behind the bar. Jake's heart raced as chaos unfolded before him. He glanced around to see faces twisted in fear, eyes wide with shock. The heavy scent of whiskey mixed with the sharp tang of adrenaline filled the air, intensifying the tension that had already hung there. For a moment, time seemed to freeze as Jake scanned the room, searching for any sign of danger. He spotted the mysterious stranger now standing, his duster flaring out like wings, and for an instant, their eyes locked. There was something in that gaze that hinted at knowledge beyond what was visible. But Jake didn't have time to ponder it further. He needed to act. With a surge of adrenaline, Jake crouched low and made his way toward the nearest exit. As he did so, he caught glimpses of terrified faces peeking out from behind furniture, while others shouted for help or tried to calm one another down. The storm outside raged on, but inside the Silver Spur Saloon, a different storm brewed, one of fear and uncertainty that would forever alter the fate of Dusty Hollow. The aftermath of the gunshot sent shockwaves through the Silver Spur Saloon. Patrons scrambled to find refuge, ducking behind tables and the bar, their faces pale with fear. The once lively atmosphere transformed into a tense silence punctuated by the sound of heavy breathing and the occasional stifled sob. Whispers filled the air, speculating about who fired the shot and why. Some claimed it was a robbery gone wrong, while others suggested an old feud had reignited. Jake crouched low near the bar, adrenaline coursing through his veins as he tried to make sense of what was happening. He could see terrified faces peeking out from their hiding spots, eyes darting around the room for signs of danger. The shadowy stranger remained in his corner, seemingly unbothered by the chaos, which only deepened Jake's curiosity about him. Determined not to let fear consume him, Jake felt a new fire igniting within him. This was not just random violence. It was a moment that could unravel the secrets he had been seeking. Gathering his courage, he decided that he couldn't remain passive any longer. He needed to learn more about what had happened. The gunshot could be a key that unlocked the mysteries surrounding Dusty Hollow. With each breath steadying his resolve, Jake edged closer to where he believed the shot originated. He was ready to confront whatever danger lay ahead, knowing that this incident could lead him deeper into the tangled web of truth hidden within the saloon's walls. As the chaos began to settle, Jake cautiously stood up from his hiding spot behind the bar, scanning the room for any remaining signs of danger. The patrons were slowly emerging from their shelters, murmurs now filling the air as they exchanged nervous glances. Jake's heart still raced, but his curiosity pushed him forward. He knew this was his chance to dig deeper into the saloon's mysteries. Jake wandered through the dimly lit space, observing the scattered glasses and overturned chairs. His eyes caught a glimpse of something shiny on the floor near where the gunshot had come from. Kneeling down, he picked up a small silver pendant shaped like a key. Its intricate design hinted at a story waiting to be told. Perhaps it was a lost treasure linked to the saloon's history. With newfound determination, Jake approached the barmaid, who was busy trying to calm a group of frightened customers. "Have you seen this before?" he asked, holding up the pendant. Her eyes widened in recognition, and she hesitated before answering. "That belonged to Old Man Thompson," she said softly. He used to visit here all the time before things took a turn for the worse. Intrigued, Jake pressed for more details about Thompson's connection to the saloon and how this pendant might relate to hidden treasures or dark pasts. As she shared snippets of stories long buried in Dusty Hollow's history, Jake felt the pieces starting to come together. Each clue uncovered seemed to lead him closer to understanding not only what happened that night, but also the secrets woven into the very fabric of the Silver Spur Saloon itself. With the barmaid's revelations swirling in his mind, Jake's resolve solidified. He had to confront the mysterious stranger sitting in the corner, the very man who seemed untouched by the chaos and fear that had engulfed the saloon moments before. Mustering all his courage, Jake took a deep breath and calculated his approach. As he walked toward the shadowy figure, he felt a mixture of excitement and trepidation. The dim light barely illuminated the man's face, but Jake could see the flicker of curiosity in his eyes as he noticed Jake approaching. The air was thick with unspoken words, and Jake could sense that this man held pieces of a puzzle he desperately wanted to solve. "Excuse me," Jake began, trying to keep his voice steady despite the uncertainty coursing through him. "I couldn't help but notice you were here when that gunshot went off. Do you know anything about what happened?" The stranger leaned back slightly, folding his arms as though considering Jake's question carefully. "Seems like you're digging for trouble, kid," he replied in a low tone, hinting at a mix of caution and intrigue. Jake didn't flinch. Instead, he pressed on. "I found this pendant," he said, reaching into his pocket to show it to the stranger. "It belonged to Old Man Thompson, right? I have a feeling it connects to something bigger happening tonight." A glimmer of interest sparked in the stranger's eyes as he leaned forward. "You're braver than most," he admitted quietly, revealing just enough to spark Jake's hope that they were on the brink of unraveling secrets long buried within Dusty Hollow. The stranger leaned closer, eyes glinting with excitement as he began to speak. "You've stumbled onto something much bigger than you realized, kid. The pendant you found is said to be a key not just in a literal sense, but also to the location of a hidden treasure that many believe is buried somewhere in Dusty Hollow. This legend has drawn countless treasure hunters and curious souls to the Silver Spur over the years." Jake's heart raced at the revelation. "What kind of treasure?" he asked, barely able to contain his eagerness. "The story goes that Old Man Thompson wasn't just a regular patron," the stranger continued, his voice low and conspiratorial. "He was once part of a gang that hid their loot after a heist went wrong. They buried it beneath the old oak tree near the river, a place only a few knew about. But Thompson often came here to talk in code, sharing clues with those who were sharp enough to catch them." Jake's mind spun with possibilities. This could explain the whispers and rumors surrounding the saloon that had intrigued him for so long. As he pondered this newfound knowledge, he realized that the gunshot earlier might have been an attempt to keep someone quiet about this treasure, or perhaps even to claim it for themselves. With determination burning in his chest, Jake knew he could not back down now. The secrets of Dusty Hollow were waiting for him to uncover them. He had to find that old oak tree and unravel the truth of the treasure's legacy before it was lost forever. As Jake stood in the now quiet saloon, the echoes of the night's chaos faded, leaving him with a profound sense of clarity. The adventure had tested his courage and forced him to confront not only the fears that lurked within him, but also the hidden truths buried deep within Dusty Hollow. He realized that bravery wasn't just about facing danger. It was also about seeking knowledge and understanding, even when the path was uncertain. Reflecting on the stranger's words about Old Man Thompson and the treasure, Jake felt a bond forming, not just with the legends of the past, but with those who shared this journey. The friends he had made along the way, like the barmaid who had provided him with valuable insights and encouragement, played a crucial role in his quest. Their stories intertwined with his, creating a tapestry of friendship woven through shared dreams and ambitions. He understood now that uncovering secrets often required stepping into the unknown and facing fears head-on. The potential treasures hidden beneath that old oak tree were not merely gold or silver. They represented knowledge, history, and connection to those who had come before him. With newfound determination burning in his heart, Jake knew he would not only seek out the treasure, but also embrace any challenges along the way. This journey was not just about riches. It was about discovering who he truly was and how facing fears could unveil truths that would change lives forever, his own included. As he prepared for what lay ahead, Jake felt ready to embrace whatever mysteries awaited him in Dusty Hollow.